Well, welcome back. I do want to update you on one of the races. The City of Bel Air mayor is 42% of the vote with Gus Pappas. And then we had mentioned the Splendora mayoral race. And with 64% of the vote is Dorothy Welch right now. So we'll keep you updated on those. But meantime, our election coverage is continuing. And we have gone over some of these election results. So let's go over the why. To break it all down for us is Fox 26's political reporter Greg Groogan. He's joined by political science professor Mark Jones.
And Mark Jones is the best in the business. We're glad you're here. Mark, let's get straight to it. Yeah. A month ago, John Whitmire led Sheila Jackson Lee by 3. Tonight, he's up 6. Why should that give his campaign confidence for the coming runoff?
When our polling results, we saw that Sheila Jackson Lee had a very strong base that would get her into the 30s, but that her negatives are so high. You have almost half of Houston likely voters saying they would never vote for her, and more than half that say they have an unfavorable opinion of her. That means that while she's had a good job tonight and essentially performed well, she's probably pretty close to her ceiling. And so when we go to a runoff, most of the voters who voted for Jack Christie or Gilbert Garcia or M.J. Kahn or Lee Kaplan, they're going to lean more towards Whitmire. And so while turnout may vary a little bit, Whitmire is in a very good position to be the next mayor of Houston in the December 9th runoff. It would take something pretty dramatic happening to undermine his support in the public and erode his vote intention for that to change.
Let's talk about the race for Houston Controller, essentially our financial watchdog. Chris Hollins is dominating over the other 3 primary candidates. Can he close it out tonight?
He's at about 48%, just a little over that. He needs the the election day vote, though, to come in much stronger than it's coming in right now to get him over that 50%. I think he's going to be up all night until those last vote centers are in, because it's the curse of the election day vote center, waiting until the morning to find the results. But I think he probably will just fall short, but it's not out of the question. But more likely than not, he's going to go into a runoff against Orlando Sanchez also in December, but he'll be the overwhelming favorite in that runoff.
Mark, we're following all the council races, but one stands out. That's District G. Incumbent Mary Nan Huffman versus attorney Tony Busby, well known throughout the city, a former mayoral candidate. The incumbent here is beating Busby.
She is. Busby is not having a good election. He's at about 41%. Mary Nan Huffman's just above 50, closing in on 51%. The key for her will be, when the election day vote comes in, will she be able to stay above 50%, or will she get forced into a December runoff against Busby? Busby's only hope is a runoff, because there's no way he's catching her with the election day vote. And it's a pretty poor election for somebody with such media, such a large media personality and so much money to spend. It's a pretty poor performance. Mary Nan Huffman, if she doesn't win tonight, she has a good chance of winning in December.
All right, Mark, thanks for being here again, and we're going to follow all the results as they come in. Back to you guys.